And we've talked about this with the print presentation, the mats, the key line, those sorts of things. It's just too thick. This one, the color at least matches a little bit more than the previous ones did. To me, this is it was lacking impact. It would be nice if there was one person sitting at the table waiting for dinner. These are just empty tables. It just felt flat for me.
Agreed. Agreed.
78. True love.
This is and when it first came up, I thought it was a scene out of a horror movie where he was getting ready to murder her. So the hand going for the throat was a little bit on the probably not the best pose. Maybe pushing the hair away from her cheek would have been a little bit better. There's a black line coming right into the bride's head. It seems to be a little bit cropped a little bit tight on the bottom, so you just have like her fingers coming up as and not attached to a hand.
The color, it doesn't feel comfortable either. Agreed.
75. Pageant princess. $77.
I wanted to like this image. I do like almost everything about it. I don't mind her expression, the very somber. I would like to have seen at least both eyes, not the pupils of the eyes, but at least the hair not covering the eyelids.
The sequence on her dress, where it's catching the reflection of the light, is the brightest part of the image. We really want that toned down and be the face. Yeah, there does seem to be a little bit haloing on the right side of the image over by the shoulder. To me, it's the image is all hair. You know, you crop that down so the face is really the focus. The pageant princess, I'm not seeing a princess or a pageant in here at all. I'm not seeing a tiara. She looks very angry to be a pageant princess. So maybe a title change of something along the somber or something like that, maybe in order.
Okay. Modern living room.
The lines on architectural photographs need to be straight up and down, and that your first line in on that left is obviously at an angle. Crop it out, and then I would make sure that your windows are all going to be straight as well.
Agreed. I'd say that the lighting on this is a little bit harsh. Looks like it may have been variable flash or a small speed light. Just the shadows are a little bit too deep for what's typically seen in architectural soft lighting.
Agreed.
78. Dance of the dead trees in snow.
This image it was a little bit lacking on impact for me. I don't really see a story here. The horizon is pretty doggone close to the dead center of the image, which we'd kind of like to avoid. If you want, you could probably crop up a good third of the image to get that horizon down. But as far as moving this image on, I don't think this would merit at a district level.
I agree. There's just there wasn't any impact when it came out.
76. You're going to miss this. 76.
Cute family. Lighting pattern doesn't work, first of all. The flare on the base is distracting and isn't consistent throughout. Of course, the purple on the border, we want to stay more neutral than that. And the blown hair also from meriting.
We also have one little boy who's looking out of the image. Everybody else is looking at the camera.
And that boy's ear, you can see straight through it. The sun is just hitting the tip of that and just making it look like it's transparent.
Under the arch.
Really good lines in this. I love the arch, couple being positioned at the bottom of that arch. It has impact. It's a very nice wedding image.
And one of the things that held me back just a little bit was the stiffness of the groom. He doesn't look like he really wants to be there at all. If you go down to his shoes, looks like he may be wearing some Chuck Taylors. Look at the size of his feet relative to his waist. We're picking up some wide angle distortion at the bottom of this image. There's a little bit of that light trap behind his leg and in between the arch. Is something that needs to be brought down, toned down a little bit. What a beautiful image.
81. Gain the face. '78.
To me, the shoulder to the left of the image is the brightest part. My eye keeps going there, and I can't seem to get out of it. Again, the overall treatment on this of that, it's almost like a greenish blue tint to it. It's not the best for skin tones. Her skin tones look like they've been processed too, where they're bordering on the orange side. There's a lot of harsh lighting going on here that could probably be brought down a little bit. I'm not a big fan of the white matte. It needs a nice key line, maybe the dirt color put on there.
Agreed.
Yeah, and we've lost detail as well in the back. What it looks like to me, I can't even tell it.
Yeah.
Am I at the wrong angle?
There's a little bit there. What detail is in there is very noisy on the backstop of the ball field.
78. GQ. '79.
To me, it just lacks impact.
I think it's technically it's well done. The shirt doesn't have any blown out highlights on it. One of my concerns is his eyes are basically right in the dead center of that image. I would have liked to have seen, maybe it cropped down a little bit. You lose some of that spiky hair and some of the GQ look, but it would move his eyes up a little bit. His right shoulder, the shoulder to the left of the image, seems very large compared to the one on the right side of the image. Yeah.
Unwavering. 78.
The crop, to me, the black just right down the center almost slightly bothers me. I know we want to keep that that group of rocks down on the lower right as is, but I don't know if the tilt would work better, so the top rocks are closer to the right, so there's a little bit more of an angle, or to the left. I'd definitely play with that.
Yeah, I feel if you're doing the slow water, you can take it a little bit too slow on your shutter speed and get it so you can't see really any detail whatsoever in there. I think this is a situation of that. It's just a lot of white. You can't really tell that it is water. You generally want to see just a little bit through there to get enough to show movement, but not too much to where it takes out all the detail. I would like to see the crop backed off a little bit. If this was shot wider, I think that'd be good. I'm not a big fan of the kind of the brush stroke matte. Kind of looks like a brush steel kind of look to it. I don't think that's helping things.
I agree. I didn't notice that.
Little man.
Right off the bat, the first thing that I'm looking at is it appears that the little man is not in focus. It looks like maybe his shirt button is in focus, but his eyes, nose, and mouth are soft. The clothing choice is not helping matters. The crazy pattern on the shirt is really detracting away from his face.
Agree.
76. Shattered and shuttered. $75.
One of the things that I see in this is the blocked up shadows inside the building that we're in here, where it was taken along the top, along the window on the side. I would have cropped in on the right a little bit. We have this little light trap of where that window pane is and the blinds. It's hard to get out of that once you get stuck in there. The highlights on the left side on the brick seem to be a little bit too bright. The white sky, it's a little bit on the distracting side. It looks like there also may be a little bit of noise or something in the sign, the pre-motel sign there. It may be just dirty glass, but it's definitely looking like there's maybe possibly some artifacting in there as well.
You may try it in black and white, but I don't know if it would even get you there.
And if you're going to crop off the right side, I'd also crop off some off the top too to get rid of that heavy dark block on top.